Imagine planning the happiest day of your life, only for your parents to refuse to come, just because you dared to get married before their golden child. That's exactly what happened to me, and they never saw my revenge coming. Weddings are supposed to be one of the happiest days of your life, filled with love, blessings, and family support. But when it came to my wedding, my family turned it into one of the coldest memories I could ever imagine. My younger sister, Emily, was always the golden child. She was spoiled with attention, gifts, and endless praise. Meanwhile, I was expected to be the responsible one, the mature one, the one who quietly accepted being pushed aside. When I got engaged to the love of my life, David, I thought, just this once, my parents would put me first. But the moment I told them, their faces dropped. My mom actually said, "You can't get married before Emily. She's the younger sister." How would that look to everyone? I laughed at first, thinking they were joking. But they were dead serious. They insisted I should wait until Emily found a husband, even if it took years. I refused. My life, my choice. David and I set a date, sent out invitations, and began planning. My parents, however, made their stance clear. They wouldn't attend, and they didn't. On my wedding day, the bride's side looked painfully empty. It was humiliating to stand there, knowing my own family had chosen appearances and Emily over me. Still, David's family treated me like their own, and I told myself I didn't need my parents' approval to be happy. But deep inside, I knew this wasn't the end. They had disrespected me in the worst possible way, and karma was coming. A year later, Emily got engaged to a wealthy banker. My parents were ecstatic. They poured all their savings into her wedding, bragged to everyone about their princess, and tried to make it the grandest event of the decade. But here's where fate, and a little planning on my part, stepped in. You see, after my wedding, I cut ties with my parents emotionally, but not financially. My dad had made me co-owner of a small business years ago, mostly for tax purposes, but he never really thought I'd use that power. What he didn't realize was that the company had grown substantially under my management with David's help. Quietly, we expanded operations, and I gained controlling interest without him even noticing. 3 months before Emily's wedding, my dad needed a large business loan to cover the wedding costs. The bank rejected him. Desperate, he came to me, his forgotten child. I could have saved him, but instead I looked him dead in the eye and said, "Sorry, Dad. I can't help you. Maybe Emily's banker fiancé can bail you out." And just like that, the wedding plans began to crumble. Without the money, my parents had to downgrade everything: the venue, the catering, even Emily's dream designer dress. To make matters worse, David and I, now quite successful, showed up at the wedding in style. Me wearing a gown that put Emily's bargain dress to shame, David arriving in the luxury car Emily once begged Dad to buy for her. People noticed. Whispers spread. Why does the older sister look like the star tonight? Didn't the parents skip her wedding? Emily was furious, humiliated on her big day. My parents avoided me the entire night, but I caught their glares. They knew I had turned the tables. Months later, Emily's banker fiancé broke off the marriage after finding out about her family's financial instability and toxic dynamics. Meanwhile, David and I continued thriving in our business, traveling the world, and building a life my parents could never take credit for. Now, whenever they call begging for help, I let it go to voicemail, because they skipped my wedding for Emily. And I skipped saving them for revenge.